Welcome to Tips for New Gorilla Tag players, and we have a special guest, none other than CVR.
Yeah. Also, I know I'm also recording.
Yeah,
who cares?
he's recording too. He's also recording.
Wow.
Really quick, I'm splitting this video into two parts. The first part, I'm gonna do a skill for new players, and I'm gonna demonstrate how to do that skill. And for the second part, it's gonna be for more advanced tips for more advanced players. So yeah.
Yeah.
The first skill that we're gonna be doing is running. And so when you run for the new players, I'd recommend just go.
Bruh.
I'm doing for the new players. So when you first start, I'd recommend just going one hand at a time across the floor, not jumping up, because when you jump up, that gives more time for them to come catch you in the air. So I would go across the floor one hand at a time.
He sucks dog water.
I'm doing for my more advanced players, I do a run that's where you put one hand in a circle and your other hand on the back, moving at one motion. So you use this hand, sliding across the floor, and then you take the other hand, put it in circle. In first person, it looks something like this. So see that hand's always going back there, and this hand going in circles. Moving to pinch climbing. When you're pinch climbing, you want to pull yourself into the wall and then push up and then grab. Push up, grab. Push up, grab. And then you just want to keep doing that over and over again, and eventually you'll get to the top. For more advanced players, to pinch climb faster, there's a different technique for that. And the way you do it is you bounce kind of one hand, go into another, and you just keep climbing. You just bounce back and forth, and you kind of push down while you're doing it. So it looks like this. And if you want to go even faster, then you move like you're swimming and you do it. So it looks like that. This next skill, it's called wall climbing, and it's basically just bouncing from one wall to another. And the way you wall climb is you move like Frozone, as Jamin Curley always says from The Incredibles, and you just move really sideways, and you bounce from one wall to another.
Let me show you. If you have one hand like me, just do this. Do this, bounce to this one, and then back. It'll be like this.
For my more advanced players, which it would look like this, what you want to do to go faster is you want to kind of move like you're swimming. So like when you're swimming, you want to like kind of move. You still want to move sideways, but you want to have your hands going from one wall to another really fast, like this. It's like a motion when you're swimming. Most people give up on the second they try it. It's wall running. The way you wall run, you want to flick your wrist and like match your hand with the angle of the wall, if you get what I mean, and like flick your wrist at the same time, because you miss out on a lot of momentum when you flick your wrist, because flicking your wrist helps a lot. So like kind of push back too and match your hand with the angle of the wall, and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And then eventually, people call this verticaling, but it's just going at the wall like with one hand.
Angle.
And they call it verticaling. But the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. The more used to the wall you'll get. And I'd look at your hand while you wall run, but the better you get at it, you won't have to look at your hand anymore, and you'll just wall run. Practice like verticaling. Come to this gazebo and like move your hand really fast around this bench, and yeah, it will look like this. And just keep practicing. The reason why this matters is because when you vertical, you move your hand in a circular while running on this board, and see how many hits you can get without falling. that means you'll be able to do something called the elevator climb. And the way you elevator climb is you want to put your head sideways, and since your arm can go through things, you want to put your arm through the wall and have your hand going in this circular motion with your head sideways. So when you go in, you just want to push up like that. And again, everything comes with practice, so make sure to always practice. And the way you scale, it's basically just climbing a tree, and you always want to have your hands sideways when you scale, and you want to move them really fast. And when you scale, it'll always be tree, branch, tree, branch, tree, branch, tree, branch, and maybe a couple of hits. And then when you get up to, when you get to the last branch, up here, start pinch climbing instead of scaling. So instead of it looking just like this, when you scale it, you want to pinch climb at some point just when you start to fall. The next thing is branching, and when you branch, it's just jumping from one branch to another, and you get better as you go. And sometimes you can do something called an underbranch, and what an underbranch is it's just an underbranch like this. It's kind of self-explanatory. You just go under the branch and you hit it. Do you know what I think we should do? Since you're at 200 subs and I'm at 150 subs, we should do a sub race. We should do a sub race.
250 subscribers.
300 subs.
Okay.
Okay, it's official. We're in a sub race to 300 subs.
Me.
I'm winning. No, I'm winning. Unsubscribe for him. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to me. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying.